All right, Ohio State fans, what is up? I'm back. So let's get into this video, right? So this narrative is going around that ever since Urban Meyer left the program, Ryan Day's teams, Ohio State teams have been soft. And I totally disagree with that, right? Now, they talk about how we're a finesse team, we're a soft team. And granted, look, in 2021, yes, we were soft. We were soft in 2021. I will agree with that. We got ran all over. Obviously, the Michigan game, the Oregon game, even some of that Minnesota game. Yes, we were soft. I agree that, but people act like like Ryan Day has been coaching this team for like 8-9 years, right? They say this narrative. Well, ever since Urban Meyer left the program, right? We've been much softer, right? But here's the thing: Ryan Day's been coaching for 3 seasons. Only 3 seasons, guys. He's not. People act like he's been coaching for 8-9 seasons. He's been coaching for 3 seasons, right? People love to forget all the blunders and all the blunders that Urban Meyer did, right? And they act like he's this tough-minded, no nonsense coach, which he was, right? He was. But they love to forget all the blunders he's had. 2017 Iowa, losing by 30 points. We got ran all over. And I get it. That game we beat Penn State. We had to come down all the way down. I think it was like 24 points down. I forgot about that. Forgot about how many points we were down that game. It was an emotional win. But tell me, guys, should there ever be a time where we get blown out by Iowa? And I understand they had some good talent that year, right? They had Noah Fant, they had TJ Hawkinson. Those were ballers, right? But there should be no reason we get blown out by Iowa by 31 points. Ever. Was that a tough team right there? Was that a tough team? Was it a tough team when we lost to Purdue by 25 points? Ryan Day has yet to lose to an unranked team like that. And I'm not saying that that Ryan Day will never lose to an unranked team. But I don't think, I promise you, I don't think we're ever going to lose by that many points. Ever under Ryan Day tenure. I don't believe that. Especially not against an unranked team like that. What about Virginia Tech? And I get it. We won a championship, right? We ran the table. We won a championship. But here's the thing. Let's say the Big 12 had a Big 12 championship game. Let's say they actually had that. Do we get in? Do we get in? Or do we get left out? Let's say they actually had a Big 12 championship game. Right? We might have missed that if they had a Big 12 championship game that year. We lost to Virginia Tech, an unranked team. Ryan Day has yet to lose that, right? 2015, one of the most talented teams. The most talented team returning, all the guys returning. Ezekiel Elliott, Joey Bosa, all those guys returning. We lost to Michigan State in a windy weather game, right? And I get it. The same this year, windy weather game, we struggled. We ended up winning that game. Let me ask you a question. If Ryan Day was coaching that team, do you think we lose to Michigan State with his offense and his ability to adapt? See, that was Urban Meyer's thing. He couldn't adapt to the game. He didn't make adjustments. He hired Ed Warner, and we see what he's doing. We don't know what the hell he's doing anymore. I don't even know where he's at anymore. I think he's in the FCS or somewhere. Like people forget, people forget, all the stuff that Urban Meyer did. All the bad stuff they do. They love to pick and choose what Ryan Day does bad, and they love to glorify what Urban Meyer did good. And I get it. Here's the thing, right? What Urban Meyer did was great. I'm not taking anything away from Urban Meyer. He was great. He did build this program. He made this team to a national powerhouse team. He elevated his program. I'm not taking anything away from that. But people love to forget all the stuff that he did. Here's the thing: I don't think we lose. If Ryan Day was our head coach, I don't think we lose a game in 2015. I truly believe that. I think we find a way to win those games, right? And here's the thing: I might get, roasted for this, I might get roasted for this, all this stuff. But so I'm gonna respond to like Uncle Lou's statement about how we're a finesse, soft team. And I get he gives every team's heart a hard time. He does that, I like his content, but I have to like disagree with some things, right? People love to forget all the stuff that people love to forget, the stuff that, like, the games that Georgia lost, right? Let's not forget, like, he was talking, okay, so hold on. So he was talking about how Kirby Smart is, he's an emotional leader, and Ryan Day's, he's soft-spoken. He's not, the players take the personality of the coaches, the players take the personality of the coaches, right? And he was talking about how, Kirby Smart is this emotional, rah-rah guy, and I get it. He's a great coach. But let's talk about the first few years he was there. They go 8-5. And I know you Georgia fans, you're gonna say, well, that was, Mark Richt's team. He got fired, and the players weren't what I'm looking for. They weren't bought in, right? But here's the thing, right? If we make that excuse, right? If we do that, we get ridiculed. The Buckeye fans get ridiculed, right? If we had that same excuse, right? If we go 8-5, right? Let's say Ryan Day gets fired, right? And we bring in a coach, right? No one's gonna feel sorry for us. We're gonna get ridiculed if we say, oh, this guy, the players weren't bought in. If we go 8-5, the players weren't bought in. We're gonna get ridiculed. We're gonna get laughed at. But no one was saying anything about Georgia, right? They get all the excuses, right? They get to go 8-5, and I get ridiculed for that. Losing to teams like Vanderbilt. And you know damn well that Georgia has always been talented, more talented than Vanderbilt. You know that. What about losing to South Carolina? Were y'all tough then? Were y'all tough then when y'all lost to South Carolina? And I get it. You won a championship. I get it. Last year, that's good for you. I'm happy for you. And Ryan Day has yet to win one. But let's not forget all the losses that he had, all the embarrassing losses he had, losing to South Carolina. And I get it. The players weren't bought in yet. But if we make that excuse, oh no, there's no excuse. We get made fun of. We get ridiculed. But when it's the other team, they get all the excuses. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. And I just want to make this video, right? I'm not mad at Uncle Lou. I like his content. I know he gives teams a hard time. He gives teams fan bases a hard time. I get it. But it's just funny how every other team gets an excuse, but we don't. We're gonna get ridiculed. We're gonna get laughed at if we ever go 8-5. If we ever lose to a team like South Carolina. But they get to have that excuse and say that the team wasn't bought in, right? And I can go down the list, right? Losing to Vanderbilt, losing to the Georgia Tech. But if we lose to a team like that, right? If we lose to a team, who's a bad team? Indiana or something like that, we're gonna get laughed at, right? We're gonna get ridiculed. No one talks about those losses, right? And I just want to come here and defend that, right? People act like Ryan Day has been head coaching for 8-9 years. He's been in the program for that. He's been the head coach for the program for that long. He's been coaching for 3 seasons, only 3 seasons. This will be his 4th season. How come he can't get any time? It took Kirby Smart 5 seasons to get a national championship. 5 seasons. But he wasn't ridiculed for all his losses, his first few seasons. He wasn't ridiculed. his program wasn't made fun of by other fan bases, but we get made fun of. And I get it. It's we all do it. We all do it. We all ridicule, but it just seems like we get made fun of the most. I don't understand it, right? Here's the thing, guys. For the guys who wanna go back to Urban Meyer, okay, that's fine. But let me ask you a question. For the fan base, for our fan base who want to go back to the Urban Meyer days, right? So do you want to go back and lose to teams like Purdue? Do you want to go back and lose to teams like Iowa? Do you want to lose 31-0 to Clemson like that again and not be able to score? See, I can pick and choose all the losses, all the bad stuff that Urban Meyer does. We can play that game. But I'm not going to do that because I know Urban Meyer was a great coach for us and what he did. And I get it. Give Ryan Day some time too. He's still a young coach. You know, coaches do have primes. I believe that. I believe coaches have primes. And he's still 43. He's going to make mistakes. This is his first time ever head coaching. That's all I really have to say. I have nothing more to say. I know I'm probably gonna get roasted and all that stuff by other fan bases if this video gets out here or something like that. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are we soft? I mean, probably gonna say yes. But all right, guys. But anyways, guys, I'm out. All right, peace.